Hey guys, how's it going today? This is your brother Cedric, aka Mo, and welcome to Pittsburgh Christian Dating, #1 wingman. Hey, how's it going today, guys? Thanks for tuning in for another amazing video. I have a very exciting content I would like to share with you today. The subject is overcoming approach anxiety. Overcoming approach anxiety. For a lot of Christian brothers, or brothers in general, this approach anxiety or approach phobia or hesitation to approach women, whatever you want to call it, this can definitely demolish your dating game, not to mention your love life. I've helped many guys in the past on my boot camps who just refuse to approach women. I've gotten pretty good over the years of helping guys who are just petrified. I mean, these guys are just horrified of approaching women. Brothers, I can tell you all about the mindset that you should be in whenever you're approaching a woman. I can tell you that it's all a numbers game. I can tell you that how you're supposed to have your body, about your body language and how you're supposed to stand while you're approaching a woman. I can tell you that the first few approaches are always going to be the toughest. But how does a man who is traumatized about walking up to some random beautiful woman that he has never met before a day in his life and starting a conversation with her, and do that all without a wingman, without sipping on any gin and juice, without a coach there with him to guide him through it? I can tell you, but rather than telling you all about the mindset and the mentality of a man when he's approaching a woman, I think it would be much more profitable to you for me to just give you some step-by-step methods and step-by-step techniques that will help you overcome your approach anxiety and get you meeting beautiful women faster, if you take these principles and use them, that is. Success step number 1, overcoming your fears of approach anxiety, of approaching women. Start taking action. And why do I say start taking action? Because initiative closes the door to fears. Arthur and Catherine Patterson said, fear is one thing, but to let fear grab you by the tail and swing you around is something totally different. Brother, we all have fears. The question is, are you going to take control of your fears by taking action, or are you going to let your fears control you? Action is the great restorer of building confidence. Inaction is not only the result of fear, but it is also the cause of fear. Guys, initiative and taking action, and those guys that take action on themselves of approaching women and dating, they may succeed or they may fail. But the guys who do not take any action at all are guaranteed to fail. Perhaps the action that you take will be successful. Perhaps different action and adjustments will have to follow. But any action is better than no action at all. If you want to close the door on your fears of approaching women and dating and getting good and moving, then you have to start moving and taking action, guys. Not next week, not next month, not next year, but start taking action now. Success step number 2 to overcoming your fears of approaching women is to believe in yourself. The first and greatest obstacles to success with women and dating is to believe in oneself. I don't know if you're good or if you're bad with picking up women, guys, but one thing I do know is this, is that your dating game will never go to its highest level unless you also have believed in yourself. If you want to become the best man that you can be with women and dating, you need to start believing in yourself, guys. The cartoonist Charles Schwab says this: life is like a 10-speed bike. Most of us have gears, but we never use them. Guys, what are you saving your gears for? Brothers, it's not good to travel through life without meeting a woman of your dreams. I mean, it's not good to travel through life without meeting the woman that God has for you. So what's the problem? I can tell you what the problem is. Most of the time, it's self-imposed limitation that stops us from approaching women. The limits that limits us, those limitations that limit us they're not real, guys. The difficulty is we're making our life harder than what it is because we are imposing additional limitation on ourselves. Charles Schwab says this: when a man puts limits on what he will do, he puts limits on what he can do. My brothers, don't limit yourself from approaching women thinking that you're not good enough for her, thinking that you're too fat, thinking that you're too old, thinking that you're not handsome enough, all those negative thoughts in your mind. Jesus said it this way: as a man think, so is he. My brothers, I'm here to tell you, if you think you're beaten and you will never find that special woman, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you think you can't approach any women, almost certainly you won't. Guys, life battles does not go to the strongest man or to the fastest or to the smartest man. But soon or late, the man who wins with women and finds that special woman of his life is the man who thinks he can. Success step number 3 to overcoming your fears with approaching women. Goal setting. Goal setting will help you a great deal, guys. Why? Because as you set those small achievable goals and accomplishing, like going out and talking to random women, going out talking to 1 or 2 random women a day, and if you do this, guys, this will blast your fears to outer space. But make sure that your goals force you out of your comfort zone so you can be active and get into motion. And remember, choose goals that are challenging to you, but that is not too far off. You know, you don't want to start setting far as goals that you know that you cannot achieve. So just keep in mind to set goals that are more challengeable for you. Okay, success step number 4 to overcoming your fears with approaching women is have a schedule. Make yourself a schedule, a routine for approaching women, and map out like a favorite place that you normally like to hang out at, that you feel relaxed, and most importantly, make sure that it has a lot of women there. And make this part of your daily agenda. Once you figured out where to go, set certain times and exclusively go there and meet women. Schedule it into your life and make sure that you're dressed for the occasion and be ready, because you never know when you may meet that special someone that God has planned for you. Now, before you go, that's it, guys. But before you go, I would like to ask you to leave me a comment below with some of your most pressing problems that you may have of this video. If it was a blessing to you, let me know. But if not, still let me know, and let me know what you would like to hear me teach, some of your concerns that you may have. But until then, guys, this is your brother Cedric, aka Moet, the #1 Christian Pittsburgh Christian dating. I'm out of here. Now get